Yeah.
You don't want like some HD 3 camera shoot, dude.
No, not at all. We're not Rogan, man.
No, we're not. Yeah, we don't. Like, and it's an audio thing, podcast.
Yeah,
like,
who watches this?
Why? It's like weird. Like somebody's gonna like sit on YouTube and like. Well, I mean, like we do. It seems like most of our interaction is from YouTube.
Yeah, everybody.
But
Honestly.
at the same time,
People do watch this.
What's up, YouTube? It's me, Robbie Goodwin. I'm here with my boys. We gotta be like influencers.
we could be Jake Paul and Logan Paul.
but then like it has to start with like Robbie like setting up the like they have the footage of Robbie setting up the camera
Yeah.
like looking into it.
We'll get some pop
You
punk
know?
going. It's funny. Yeah, the people who take off on YouTube are either like hot twink 20-year-old influencers or just disgusting fat racist guys. You know?
I know which category we fit into.
No. Yeah.
Hot twinks.
Twink 182.
You think Tim Dillon will take us on the road with him?
Yeah, he's kind of the bridge.
He's built like a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He really builds a fridge between the two worlds.
Got his ass.
Damn,
dude.
Joe, you're looking skinny.
Damn, I have AIDS. I didn't. I was gonna break it later in the episode, but feeling good, dude. 2021, man.
Yeah, I gotta get into it. I got Invisalign, guys. So I
Hell
got
yeah.
9 weeks of Invisalign.
How is that, dude?
It's good. I've already done it, so they're just correcting my teeth. But
Oh, nice.
9 weeks, I'm gonna get hot and Invisalign, guys. I think I'm gonna be hot by summer.
Yeah.
I might
That's
be
the goal.
fattest I've been since high school, but I think I'm gonna be fine.
I'm gonna get hot, dude.
Hot
I've been
bu-
eating
yeah.
a lot of quinoa.
Quinoa,
Mm-hmm.
the king of quinoa.
Quinoa Phoenix.
All right, there we go. We got there. Oh my god, we gotta talk about it. By the way, happy Valentine's Day, or we call it Incel Awareness Day.
Yeah,
you guys.
man. It's a lot of people were hitting the old "I'm an incel" thing on Facebook. Like, this is my first Valentine's alone. This is my first Valentine's. I don't have anyone. It's like, damn, dude, I had no idea so many people died of COVID-19, but I'm happy about it. Dude.
I know. Oh yeah,
I love it. Welcome to my fucking hell, doggy.
It's funny. It's been like a year since I've seen anyone brag about anything on social media, and then suddenly everyone's bragging that they're having sex, and I'm like, God damn it! I hated this.
This is like, but that's like their one opportunity to brag about anything, because otherwise, like, damn, I'm stuck with this fucking person.
Right, but once the vaccine hits, it's gonna be back to this.
Call it
I kind of like social media now, where everyone's just having a bad time.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
That's like the one
Everybody
thing is
loves
like,
company.
yeah.
But then you get hit with this fucking Valentine's shit, and it enrages you, and I'm just like, well, I don't want to go back to this every day. People
wanna make
post about
something
how their
clear.
career is going good. Remember that? That sucked.
Damn, remember when like everyone, it seemed like everyone was having like a really big upswing on their careers too, right
Yeah.
before everything happened in like March. It's like
Well,
a
the
lot.
Trump economy.
Yeah, that boom, baby.
Yeah.
We're all riding that way.
We were. You're welcome, by the way.
guys, this bothers me. It's not Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day.
No, it's Incel Awareness Day.
It's
No,
This
he's
is
doing like a
we're like the
Berenstain
indigenous
Bears
people, and this is Columbus. You know what I mean?
It used to bother me, but it's like, dude, I just don't. It doesn't. Yeah, it's like, yeah, some people are dating, some people aren't. Me and Joe, we're Sigmas.
Yeah.
What am I? Oh no.
Robbie's no Omega.
I'm
He's buying a gun, dude. He's Bowser. He's going to high school.
No, I'm the
Shooting up-
Waluigi one. I forget which one that was. I think it was Gamma.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Waluigi was Gamma.
I'm Waluigi, whichever that one is.
I think
Yeah.
that was the bitch.
I was Omega because that's Wario. And it's like
no,
the
Wario
antithesis.
is Sigma.
It's the whatever the antithesis of the
I mean,
alpha
once again,
is.
this is 2 Oreos and a Waluigi. We're back.
Yeah.
Damn. Did you ever do like those Valentines in elementary school where you had to give one to everybody in your class? And
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Like a few of them were like a little more sexually charged than others. Some were like very neutral, but others were like, I kind of would fuck you if I knew what fucking was.
I don't remember if I did that.
You
Yeah, we
didn't have
did
like
that.
a little. You didn't have
Dude,
like a
you know
little
what
cubby
sucked?
thing.
No, I went home and I briefly got lunch with like some high school friends. And one of them was like, one is a guy who's just a friend of a friend. I just hadn't talked to him since like middle school, high school, really. And he was like, dude, in 7th grade, did you cheat off Dane? I'm like, how the fuck do you remember that drama?
That's funny.
And then I was immediately hit with like PTSD over that.
Did none of those guys leave the hometown?
Yeah.
That's probably like why it's like it stuck out in their minds. Like, man, that was a huge fucking.
It was a
thing.
huge deal. I
Yeah.
completely forgot. And apparently, I was the fucking center of
Dude,
it.
The co-side was rocked by that Robbie Goodwin revolution, man. Yeah, like they didn't recover. It took them 20. It took them 20 years to work up the courage to talk to you about that.
Yeah, dude. I
Damn.
mean, they call me the Jordan Belfort of public middle school.
I never understand how anyone remembers anything from back then.
Damn, dude. Like
I'll talk
yeah.
to people from high school and they'll bring up someone's name who like was popular in high school, but I genuinely am like, I don't know who Kelsey is. I'm like,
yeah.
Kelsey
Who-
Grammer?
Kelsey Grant. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Frazier went to our high school.
Yeah. Dalton.
Yeah.
He was like a fucking.
He was your Billy Madison. He's like, I have to get through this high school quickly.
You guys ever have those kinds of dreams like that where like something happens where turns out you didn't have actually enough credit?
Yes,
yeah,
all the time,
yeah, dude.
constantly. Where they're like, "Oh, something happened. Now you got to go back to high school."
Yes.
And it's like, "Are you kidding me?" But I'm an adult now. And then,
Yeah.
like for whatever reason, you fast forward to your school and like the bell's ringing. And you're like, "I don't know where my homeroom is." Like
Yeah.
all the anxiety that you thought you left behind as a child comes
I
rushing
have that
back.
dream all the time. Where
Yeah.
where I'm just like, fuck, I'm 27 and I'm in
Yeah.
high school.
I love it where it's like you actually don't have your college degree.
Yes,
like you
yeah,
like
I
it's
get
like
that one a lot,
yeah,
too.
and then it's like you actually are a few. And it was like always like it was always a general education credit I was short of. Nothing major. It was like, oh, you need like 3 more science credits.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
have
I
that
hated
one.
that.
And then within that, it's like there's a class that I didn't realize was on my schedule that I just have not been going
I've
to.
done that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like a building you never went to at a time you didn't even think you would have a class.
There's just all this homework I never turned in,
Yeah.
all the tests, I have
Ugh.
a 0, and they're like, yeah, it looks like it's going to take another year for you to get your degree. And I'm like, fuck, am I ever going to graduate?
Yeah, that perpetual, like I'm always like a few credits short, no matter how much progress I think I'm making, I'm not making it.
That's
That's
crazy.
funny. I think everyone has like variations of those
Yeah,
dreams. That
Robbie,
means
you ever
something
have
else.
those dreams?
No, I never have like school dreams really.
Really?
No.
Damn, I envy that. What,
No.
what are some of your like nightmare anxiety dreams?
Dude, I mean, it's just like always. I mean, it's always just like someone I know dies, or
Damn.
yeah, I mean, like, it's always something kind of supernatural.
but that
sometimes.
seems like more.
Ooh, spooky.
But I think that maybe that means like there's no conflict in your real life. So the only way like there can be like bad anxiety shit is if it's like some kind of supernatural thing.
Yeah,
You know, and that's a good thing.
yeah, I
That'd be
guess.
good.
But it's always like it's honestly, I have like kind of very harrowing nightmares when I have them.
Damn.
They're like David Lynch level.
Really?
Oh,
sometimes.
yeah, David Lynch creates dreams.
That's
on the
true.
screen.
It all exists within
As
his
do us
mind.
in our comedy.
That's true.
We are the dream makers. We are
we
the
are the-
merry-
We are the dreamers of dreams.
Yeah, we're all like the end of La La Land, just every day making the dream work.
I love it, man. I'm loving New York right now. I feel like we're right about to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the fucking build up to the coming.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, indoor
I
dining's
came
back.
earlier
The
today.
day I got back, indoor dining's back. So you're welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
I talked to Cuomo. I was like, looky here, you fucking, you
Grease
wop.
ball. Yeah.
Do not call me that. I will, I'll open up the dining, but that was a very rude way to ask me.
What's the matter, you? Open up that dining, huh?
Look, what are we not going to have pasta? It's Valentines. I've got to get laid.
Valentines.
Valentines. We can't have a whole city full of jokers.
I had a dream like that last night where, like, because of COVID, for some reason, everybody had to go back to high school.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
and-
like a fucking TV
And
series
I was
right
in
there.
high school, and one of the like teachers was telling me I need to put on my mask, and I spit in her face and said, "This is bullshit. I have a college degree. Fuck this. I'm going home."
That's like a scene in a movie or something.
It's a
where
scene of South
yeah.
Park.
Yeah.
Dalton Cartman down.
where it's like I have rights, and then like government officials come in with guns. You're like, oh, I'll put on my mask, I'll be good, and like
Yeah.
they fucking hit you with the butt of the gun and
Yeah.
drag you out of the classroom. And they never see Dalton the rest of the fucking. No, the next time they see you have like a big old scar on your forehead
I'm
and a
just
1,000-yard
drooling.
stare. Like, I love wearing a mask. I love listening to the government.
I love being in high school as an adult.
I wish I was still in high school forever.
Randall P. McMurphy. Yeah, fucking.
Yeah, it's crazy how traumatizing high school is that so many people have those dreams.
Well, it's traumatizing because like you're going through all of the like they're giving you like high school is definitely fucking stressful, and it does not help that your body's going through intense hormonal changes on top of it.
It's also like the first time you're really socializing,
Yeah.
like as a young adult. Like you're kind, I guess you're kind of kid adult, but
they should
you know.
really give you like some time off to like let your. They should at least
They
give
should
you like
give
a
you
year.
pussy.
I mean
They
that
should
They
just, like-
should.
Yeah, there should be like,
Government mandated pussy.
Yeah,
that should
I
be your
agree.
that should be your year break right
Guys,
there.
Jordan Peterson, he said nothing wrong. Can we agree on that?
I agree.
Thank you.
I don't.
We had a
I-
guidance counselor in high school that was giving out a lot of pussy.
Really?
Really? Was she
Yeah.
hot?
She was hot, and she was fucking all the studs.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
What is that? Why is it only in high school that the girls are pedophiles? Like only in high school scenarios?
No, I mean Coach McCoy also fucked a couple 16-year-old girls.
All right. Well, never mind.
He went to prison.
Oh damn! What happened to the guidance counselor?
She came.
She's still there.
Yeah, she got off.
She was getting her fucking guts rearranged and had a good time.
Some say she's still getting fucked to this day.
Yeah. Right over there is where the guidance counselor used to fuck the students.
on those quiet Texas nights, you can sometimes hear her getting railed over her desk.
If you look up at the North Star, you can see her tits.
Yeah, I remember in high school we had this one kid who, like, over the summer one year, was playing. Him and some buddies were playing with M80s. And he blew his hand off.
Jesus!
And when he came back to school, he had like it had healed, and he had like this fucked up claw, so he could like still maneuver it, but it was like a lobster claw.
Oh God!
And he would go up to girls with his claw and goose them. With
Oh,
his fucked up claw,
dude.
Like, I rocked.
Damn! Immediately, I mean, like he literally took lemons and made lemonade.
I know, dude. Because what can you say?
And it's not like he could feel anything. He probably has no sensation in that fucking claw.
I don't know, but it was so funny because it was like nobody could say. It was like, well, shit, he blew his hand off. What am I gonna?
But
do?
yeah, he blew his hand off because he was playing with M80s. It wasn't like he blew his hand off in the war.
No, yeah.
You know?
It would have been funny if he was like, "I'm a veteran."
I mean, if I remember right, there also might have been a gun involved. So
Jesus.
M80s and a gun.
Oh, I thought you meant when you squeezed the girl's breasts. Like, oh, you put a gun to their head?
Yeah,
Put a gun
well,
to her head, squeezed her breast.
That's how we flirted.
This guy sounds like a cool cat.
Yeah, that's how we flirted in Texas. You put a gun to a girl's head and say, "Be my Valentine."
I like it.
We live in a society.
We live
Every-
in a society that has forgotten about honor.
Should-
We live in a society.
I love that dude.
Did he
When that-
change up his voice? By the way, Zack Snyder, thank you for a gift to all the incels on Valentine's Day for dropping the Zack Snyder Justice League cut with the Joker saying, "We live in a society" in the trailer. What a wonderful gift.
Jared Leto is so determined to be the internet's favorite Joker. He's literally doing everything the internet wants. They were like, he didn't look enough like Heath Ledger's Joker, so he looks like Heath Ledger's Joker, and it's like he wasn't enough of a reflection of a society. And now he's like, we live in a society. He's doing.
Dude,
It's funny, it's like
the
how
internet
Heath
wants.
Ledger studied Brando to do the Joker. Like it feels like Jared Leto studied memes of the Joker to play.
Studied 4chan. He was in a hotel room for 3 months just going through 4chan.
Yeah. He's looking like scumbag Steve. Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm browsing the classics.
Dude.
I'm watching The
It's
Master.
all connected.
When I heard we live in a society, I go, no way, no way that it's gonna be the Joker that's saying that, and I'll be goddamn if it wasn't Jared Leto's Joker.
Every single Joker has been insanely memed. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yeah, that's it's the new thing. He's the official mascot of the internet. He's replaced cats as the meme of the internet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we thought cats were the embodiment of the internet. No, it's the various incarnations of the Joker.
It's
an
also-
agent of chaos.
It's also funny that they're going back to Jared Leto.
Yeah,
it's like,
I know.
what a throwback.
That's all it took for us to be endeared to him, too.
Yeah.
Because the original was like, fuck Jared Leto.
Honestly-
he had damage tattooed on his forehead, and now, like, his tattoos are gone.
Do you think they did it on purpose?
Yeah, I do.
I could see Zack Snyder just being like, we do live in a society.
Well, I'm
That's
sure it's that.
badass.
It's just like the idea that the Joker's replace cats, and the Joker's like, I can has cheeseburger.
Do you want to know how I has cheeseburger?
Yeah. I'm a little ball of fluff. A dog barks at you, no one bats an eye. A cat meows, everybody loses their minds.
What's the other one? The Nyan cat?
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nyan cat,
Yeah.
Damn.
Damn, 2011 internet.
It's weird, huh?
Yeah.
The internet's so fucking old now. That sucks.
Meow.
Meow.
Yeah.
It's all about meow.
Dalton was a success kid. I think we've been over
I was a
this.
success kid.
He was.
I was bad luck Brian.
Yeah, your lack
Yeah,
of
dude.
success kid was also bad luck, Brian.
Yeah.
I was 2/3
Some
of
notes.
Lemon Party.
Yeah. Well, some notes of scumbag Steve.
I'm the virgin in the Virgin Chad meme.
I took-
I look
yeah.
just like that guy.
I took the photo of Tub Girl.
when I started going to college, in my college town,
I actually, that's me saying, "You're the man now, dog."
in my college town, when I started going to college, those memes were huge.
Yeah.
And the overly attached girlfriend was going to the same college at the time.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Oh, I thought
yeah.
she was hot. That meme definitely took off because a lot of guys were like, She could be my girlfriend. She'd be like a good girlfriend.
Oh, I hate it when girls get all crazy and attached. Like, yeah, I bet you do. Buddy.
Yeah,
I bet you do.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
you're making fun of this girl who looks exactly like the kind of girl every nerd would like to date.
Yeah.
by the way, speaking of, so I was in Atlantic City last night.
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
I don't even remember what we were all talking about. This was kind of like apropos of nothing, but this one of the women we were with, beautiful lawyer, just says to me, "You're not fat," and I was like, "Oh."
That's all you wanted to hear.
Thank you so much. Be still, my heart.
That is nice. That is nice when you hear something like that.
Oh, it was wonderful, dude.
You have a good set?
I didn't perform.
Oh, what were you doing?
We went to because they're starting to do indoor shows in Jersey, and we went and saw Chris DiStefano headline, and then we did a little gambling.
Oh, damn! So you were just there to
You're gambling with everyone's lives.
Yeah, dude, it was funny because when we sat down in the comedy club, this was the Atlantic City Comedy Club in the
Was it distanced?
No, it was limited capacity though. It was the Atlantic City Comedy Club inside of forget the name of the hotel, but the
Claridge. I performed
the Claridge,
there.
yeah, the skyscraper by the sea.
I performed their opening for Gino Bisconti.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
Bisconti.
Yeah, and when we sat down, I briefly forgot about COVID, and I figured, all right, so this is my first time in Atlantic City. We're in a beautiful hotel casino in a theater. I'm gonna order me a martini. I'm gonna go wild. I'm gonna have a good time. And
Dalton Pruitt.
Yeah, Pruitt. Dalton Pruitt.
Yeah. Shaken, not stirred. That's not how you're supposed to order. Martinis are supposed to be stirred.
Yeah, that's supposed to fuck up the consistency of the drink. To have.
Hold on. Let me
dilutes
finish.
it
Because you want to know what really fucks it up? Because I order it and I'm like, I'm going to get a martini in a nice martini glass, sip on this bad boy, enjoy the show. But, COVID is still out there. So they bring me a $16 Kettle One martini in like a kid's cup, like a plastic cup. So it's literally just a plastic cup full of vodka and olives. And everybody I was with was like laughing at me. And I'm like, I thought it was gonna be in the fun glass.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
it is funny that martini is like a classy drink when it's like it's just straight liquor.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah, but it
liquor
is.
and olives.
I like it.
I love martinis,
but it's just when it's not in the glass, you're like, well, this is just this is what I make at home when I'm.
Yeah, martinis are really easy to make.
You want an experience. You want a bar experience.
Although, you know what? Some people make them. There's this bar called Dante in the West Village that makes like the greatest martinis I've ever had in my entire life. I don't even know what they do, but it's like, damn, this is like delicious and really good. So that's worth it. But I imagine Atlantic City Comedy Club,
but it made me
it's
so
just
fucking
a shot.
mad.
Just a shot.
Yeah, it's just a cup full of vodka and olives. And I will say, when I got done drinking the vodka, it fucked me up, and the olives were nice to help offset that.
Yeah.
But I was so pissed, because when I got the tab...
I don't think the olives do that much to offset
they do.
drinking.
They do. It's salty. It
Yeah,
absorbs the alcohol.
Yeah.
All that
they're
salt...
like 2 calories in olive.
No, dude. All that sodium soaks up the booze so you can keep gambling.
I think it just dehydrates you more.
No, dude.
Okay.
You don't know the science like I do.
So-
the olives in a martini actually help you maintain so you can continue having a good time.
All right, nice. Okay.
So what? So you're in Atlantic City. You drank out of a plastic cup.
I drink
You watched
a
Chris
martini.
DiStefano. How was he?
He was great, dude. He killed it. And it was pretty cool to watch because he set up top that he's only like performed. Like,
I've heard he's part of New York's alt-right comedy problem.
He is a Nazi, but
SpaghettiOs. Seth
I actually don't
Simons,
even.
friend of
I
the
don't think he
show.
was named in that article.
No.
But the Loud Boys actually were.
There was a guy who tweeted out like, "I did a sketch during his special, and I didn't know that they were going to riff out jokes about Kavanaugh." And he was like trying to like get him in trouble for that. It's like,
what
all
a
right.
faggot! That guy sucks. Yeah, DiStefano killed, man. It was cool because he set up top like since all this shit started back in March. He was like, yeah, I've only done like 5 or 6 shows, but he did a full hour that was like seamless. It wasn't like disjointed or.
I didn't know that was Grubhub.
Postmates. Slice.
Uber Eats.
Uber Eats. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to us listing different food delivery services. And that is the bit.
Caviar.
DoorDash.
I didn't turn it over.
DoorDash boys.
First of all, mine at least was a I don't even know really what kind of joke that was. All right, keep going, Dalton.
I know he did great. Chrissy D is awesome. I love him. And then we after the show we went down into the casinos, and guys, it's bleak in Atlantic City right now. It is like
no, not Atlantic City. The City of Dreams.
The City of
Dreams. It was
dreams,
so nice
dude.
Before the pandemic.
Well, I don't know.
Sucks.
I don't know what it was like before this, but it was like
it was also very bleak.
It was desolate, dude. They had so much shit just like turned off. A lot of the machines were broken.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the tables were just empty, like they had shut them down. It was dark. It was depressing. I lost $100. I'm upset,
dude. What were you doing slots or were you playing the tables?
So have y'all seen the bubble craps?
No.
So they got these like digital craps tables, and like it's really cool because in the center of it, it's like that board game Trouble. It's like a big dome that has these giant red dice in it, and then you do all your betting on this screen, and then somebody presses a button to roll the dice, and then the Trouble bubble goes boom, and that's the roll, and I played that for a little bit and I lost $30. And I was like, fuck, I lost $30. And so I went to the casino ATM, pulled out 100. And casino ATMs are funny because they're the only ATMs that when you get a receipt, they don't tell you how much money is left in your bank account.
It's like $20 fees, right?
It's $6.
Yeah. In Vegas, are like $20 fees.
Yeah, and so I pull out 100, but all of us go. We were in the Wild West casino, which is like part of Caesars, I think.
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, and then we went into the actual Caesars, and I sat down at this Wonder Woman slot machine, and I made a wish. I said, I wish I could win my $30 back. And my wish was granted. Actually, at first I was down 70. Like I put 100 in and just was doing max bets. And I was down, and then it was down to like 30, and then I hit it again.
Max Keeble's big bet.
Yeah. And then I hit it again and won all my money back. Nice. And I was up. I got the 70 back, and then I think total I had like $130 in there. And then I bet a little bit more, and I was up to 110. So at this point, I think total I'm down 20, but I haven't lost any real money. And I was like, all right, I don't want to keep pressing my luck here. I'm going to cash out.
Nice.
And so I cash, and all my friends were like, hey, dude, you won your money back. Great. And I cash out, and I walk over to another slot machine. And then I come running back to all my friends like 5 minutes later. I was like, guys, we got to get out of here. I was like, I just lost all my money. Yeah, I left the Wonder Woman machine, and I went to the 88 Fortunes. It was like the Chinese got me that night. Because I put that $100 in, and like in no time at all, it was gone. And I was like, we have got to get the fuck out of here. Because if we stay any longer, I'm going back to that ATM.
Yeah, that's what sucks about gambling, man. You just lose so much money so quickly.
Oh, dude, I
was think about it, man. Thank God for Chuck E. Cheese.
Whenever I'm up, I'm like, I'm done. I love Vegas, and I think Atlantic City. I like casinos, like those big, fun Disneyland casinos and stuff. But gambling, it's like as soon as I lose any money, I'm like, well, fuck this. I got to use that. That was like no time, and I lost a bunch of money.
I
like
crazy.
craps because you actually get some like some time and enjoyment out of it.
Craps, yeah, craps is cool because you can bet safely and come out like making like the odds are kind of good. But slot machines are just pure cocaine because it's like each time you press the button, all the shit's lighting up. It's fun. It's just I don't even know how to describe why I enjoy it. I think slots are cool,
but you also that's like the worst. That you have the least chance of winning money.
I know,
on
dude.
Slots.
It's the devil because it's like you're pressing the button and it just gets you going because it's all fun, all the noise and lights, and then you win sometimes. You see them sevens line up and you're like, woohoo, $15, baby.
Yeah.
But man, I'm such an addict. It's like I have so much trouble walking away. And I lost $100.
I'm prone to addictive behavior, but I think I'm so cheap, and I like money too much to like become a gambling addict.
Well, my issue is like, and I know the casinos do this on purpose. Is like, whether it's at a slot machine or at a table, you hand them money, and then what you're presented with is either in a slot machine or any digital game. They just turn it into credits on the screen, or at a table, it's chips. So it doesn't feel real until it's all gone, and you're like, God damn it, that was $100.
I have no money.
Did you ever see that fucking movie, The Gambler, with Mark Wahlberg? And it's kind of like that, just like I feel it has like a really good way of representing like the rush of gambling and the anxiety of like losing it all and shit.
I tell you,
wild,
it's
man.
all a rush because even when you're losing, you're like, this next one could be the one that turns things around.
Right,
I can
right.
fix everything with this one. If I can win this,
It's a high that I can't even like describe because it feels so good and so bad.
People love it, man.
Yeah,
you got to be careful with that shit.
Yeah, people like lose their livelihoods. Although I've heard gambling is less popular with every generation.
I bet.
Yeah,
I bet like every
a
generation
bunch of fucking
sees the
pussies. Bunch of goddamn.
I mean, like,
bitches,
I think
dude.
it's just because our generation is like now more about playing like the stock market.
I also
Yeah.
lost $100 in Colin Tyrrell's Super Bowl.
Oh my god! I told you that was a bad idea.
I'm such a fucking idiot, dude. I can't just not be stupid when it comes to like.
Well,
like,
that pool was like networking though. You know,
dude.
You got to be in a square next to Doug Stanhope.
Well, it wasn't even that for me. It was just like, oh man, I love gambling. I would love to get in.
Why do you love gambling? I don't really understand.
It's the rush.
Dude. When you have money on a game, it makes you're just.
That's true. That is
every
true.
second of the game is like yes. Come on, baby.
Yeah,
And
but I don't like to be stressed out like that.
It's not even stressful.
I'm already stressed out about my life.
It makes the game more entertaining, but it also hurts.
I think it mostly just hurts.
It mostly
dude.
just hurts.
Yeah. I feel like you have to have like an a true understanding of sports and gambling.
Yeah, my dad
Really
knows a lot about sports, so he gambles on it.
Well, that's a
but-
good thing about
But like,
a pool.
yeah, but like if he understands the sport,
Exactly.
it's like a little bit different. I mean, there's also
And he
like,
doesn't gamble that much.
And, well, like it's also, I mean, there's also the people that just have no method whatsoever. It's all like random, and there's a rush in that.
Well, that's the cool thing about a pool is there literally is no. It's all up to chance because it's like the draw is random, everything's random, mark random, and so it is like a slot machine where you just put your money in and hope for the best.
Why, do you have a savings account?
Dude, I don't need
You
any
gotta
money.
get that stuff, man. Come on, dude.
I'm broke as shit,
You
dude.
gotta get good credit, man.
Dalton is the American man left behind, just gambling the little money he has.
It doesn't make any sense that you
drinking
guys.
a martini out of a plastic.
It doesn't make. It doesn't make
Trying to
sense
have a good time in Atlantic City.
Hold on. I want you guys. No, you guys are the outliers. You're comedians who have savings accounts. Get the fuck out of here.
That's
that doesn't make
true.
any sense.
You have a 401k, don't you?
I don't know actually.
Oh, I do have that.
Oh, well, then that's a savings account.
I think I
mean,
do.
it's different than a savings account, but it's okay. So you're all right.
yeah, I just have like an account with money.
But I'm also
that I don't
I'm
touch.
just so bad with like money doesn't make sense to me.
I don't understand.
Well, it is
401k.
fake.
It feels so ethereal to me that like I'm just bad with it. It's like once I get money, I go, wait, what dumb shit can I buy? It's never like I should put some of this away. It's like, well, let's go to Amazon and see what I can buy.
It is fun to buy things.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's a rush in itself.
Oh.
You know what you can do is
Yes.
you can just put the thing in your shopping cart and then not.
Ah.
check it out.
Or you
That's
can
a huge dude. Honestly, like I do that, and then like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come back in 3 days.
Yes,
I'm still like
that's a great
wondering,
idea.
like, man, where the fuck is that thing? Then it's
Yeah.
like, I must really want it. But if I just forget about it, and 99% of the time, dude,
Yeah.
I look in my shopping cart on Amazon, and it's all of these things. I'm so glad I didn't buy because
Yeah.
I could see myself wearing it like 3 or 4 times maybe, but not enough to justify.
Because you
the
always
price.
think that you need something, but you really don't. You need to get rid of things.
No,
You
but
know-
the whole Amazon app is to try to upsell you on. Oh, you probably like this.
Right.
It's all based on the stuff you.
That's not
did buy.
one-click ordering. That's so evil. Just
You know, oh yeah, you know what I just ordered that I'm very happy with?
What?
This
Marilyn
bad boy.
Manson?
you just bought a Marilyn Manson hat.
I got some Maryland because I didn't want to get Benoit out of Cool Gear because it's like now you can't find any Chris Benoit gear now, and I was like I don't want to run the risk of not being able to get Marilyn Manson gear.
You can still buy
after-
Cosby Show DVDs.
Yeah.
maybe
I
just
got a sealed Cosby DVD. If anyone wants to buy it, $700.
Yeah, they're actually really cheap. People
Yeah, no, I-
really want them out of their homes.
Well, I think it's also that I don't know, fucking like what is it, NBC? Like they probably have the rights, so you know they have all these DVDs.
Right.
They'll re-release it eventually down the line.
Well, it's on TV again, just on like.
It'll
you
just
know,
have like, also have discrepancies. and shit.
Can't can't get rid of me. Can't live with me. Can't live without me. Buy my DVDs.
that's the best elevated music I ever heard.
The best of Cosby, the prison years.
Man, that would be nuts if he released a prison special.
He's got it, dude. Johnny
dude.
Cash style.
Cosby could be the next, Johnny Cash or the Cramps or BB King. You could do a prison special.
I hear the rape a coming.
Instead of Bill Cosby himself, it's Bill Cosby themselves, and he comes out as non-binary.
Wait, no, it should be.
Y'all need to pull y'all's pants up. That's why y'all getting raped here in prison.
Yeah, it should be.
That would be.
What about inmate number 1137 himself? That's clever. Come on.
I love it, man. That would,
That's crazy. He's in prison.
It's nuts. Of all like the fucking like.
We need to sometimes I pause and think, oh wow, I forgot Bill Cosby's in prison.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby.
Rudy. Vanessa. Theo. I'll miss you while I'm in prison.
I'll never see you again.
Come visit me. Bring me pudding pops in the commissary.
I only get one phone call, so you all need to huddle around the receiver.
Damn, dude.
How's Cosby doing? He keeps asking for his lawyer Theo.
Damn.
God bless Cosby.
How you guys doing, man? We're back. We're
great.
back.
We're
in
back.
person.
It feels good to be in person. I mean, Zoom,
good.
as much as we mastered, gotta say, this round of Zooms was not bad.
It wasn't bad, dude. We had some good
figured out
episodes.
the kinks, but it's still better.
It's
to
so
do it
much
in
better
real
in
life.
person.
It's a much better vibe.
I could go for hours, dude. We could do a Snyder cut right now.
This is the Snyder cut, dude. Do you believe that black guy in the Zack Snyder movies, Cyborg, who was like, man, Josh Whedon was mean?
What's Joss Whedon getting canceled for? Just being mean?
Being mean,
gay.
sexually harassing women. Well, anyone that, like, any dude.
I
that,
didn't see
like,
any sexual harassment, though.
It was happening behind the camera, baby, like a master.
Oh, yeah.
He was like fucking molesting Buffy on camera. They're like, how come no one's doing anything about it? It's like, give it 20 years.
He was doing that porn thing where he was fucking her like behind a kitchen island and no one saw
No
it.
one saw it. There was like a scene where she's like at a kitchen island and like Josh Whedon is off camera eating her
Yeah,
ass.
and Giles and Xander and the Jewish chick, Alice Hannigan, just weren't even aware that it was happening.
Willow.
Yeah, Willow, yeah, and Joss Whedon just has her hand over her mouth.
God. Yeah, Josh Whedon's a creep.
It is fun to see me again. I do hate him. I mean, no, I guess I don't hate him, but I hate his fans. So it's
I
fun.
hate him,
So it's
but I
fun
hate-
to see. Well, he's like a fake feminist
Oh,
kind of guy.
absolutely, he's a
I think
fake
that's
feminist.
partially what you get.
Any
you get
man-
way more canceled if you like brand yourself as like whoa.
Any
Well,
man
because
who calls
everyone that the audience you've garnered feels betrayed.
Yeah.
And then like the people that would probably like forgive you are already like, well, no, you were criticizing all of us for
Yeah.
having impure thoughts. Like you don't have any fans. Because
Right.
let me say that any man who calls himself a feminist is fake. What
Yeah.
man likes a woman?
When a man likes a woman,
He's
he
actually a
calls
rapist.
himself a feminist. He is an ally, and he tucks his penis between his legs.
More like Josh Rapin.
Would
you
you
Yeah.
fuck me? I'd fuck me.
Would you be an ally with me? I'd be an ally with
Buffalo Bill Cosby. Would you fuck me? No? Well, too bad.
Was she a really big fat woman?
It puts the roofie in the mouth.
I got the Spanish fly. We're at.
The silence of the woman.
All right, Governor
The
Cuomo.
silence of the Kodak. Kodak film. That's
Try
what
this pudding pop Clarice.
I use Kodak film to take pictures of all of my victims.
Slam dunk. Buffalo Bill
He's on
Cosby.
fire.
We did it.
He put someone else's dick between his legs. I guess he wasn't a gay rapist. Oh well.
No, Buffalo Bill was trans.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. Oh yeah, I saw on Twitter like, yes, a Silence of the Lambs property with no transphobia. It's like, what? What is your?
Wait, who is that? What take was that for?
For all the woke sound.
Who was gonna fucking retweet that and be like, fucking finally, dude? Let me tell you, the best scene in Silence of the Lambs is when that little tattletale Jodie Foster gets a nice little face full of jizz from that prisoner, huh? I wouldn't mind that. That reminded me of my time in the green room.
Hello, Clarice.
Huh? Yeah. How about that?
What did he say to you? He said, I can smell your cunt.
That's a good Jodie Foster.
Yeah, dude. You just got to talk out of the side of your mouth
Yeah.
a little bit. He said,
Hello.
I can smell your cunt.
Hello, Clarice.
Could he?
It's time for you to get a prequel now. He's good in all those movies. I watched all of them recently, and none of them are that bad, but he's always good in them.
That looks too intense. I'm gonna try to get into Twin Peaks.
But why are there now two Silence of the Lambs prequel series?
Because Hannibal was part of the patriarchy and we needed a strong woman.
Are they in the same? Are they
Clarice just training at Quantico?
Yeah, who cares about
the least interesting character? Like,
well, she's interesting in Silence of the Lambs, but like, who cares what happened before that?
you
like
watch
compared
Silence of the
to
Lambs?
everyone else you could talk about doing a prequel of?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, folks, did you watch Silence of the Lambs and think, damn, I like this movie, but I want to see this bitch take her written exam to be in the FBI?
Yeah, that's what we need. More movies, or more movies about what happened to protagonists before anything interesting happened to them.
Yeah, exactly.
So like that Red Dragon, that was originally called Manhunter.
Brian
Right.
Cox
Yeah.
was the original.
Well, the
Hannibal.
original book was called Red Dragon, but then they adapted it
That's
into called
right.
Manhunter,
Yeah.
and then they re-adapted it,
Yeah.
directed by Brett Ratner.
Logan Roy himself was
yeah.
Hannibal.
Well, he's barely in it. He's only in a few scenes.
But then they
They remade it with Anthony Hopkins being in it.
But
like a
Anthony
ton.
Hopkins is also barely in Silence of the Lambs. He's only in it for like 15, 20
But like those
You know what?
15 to
But he
20
makes such a
minutes,
big
yeah.
impact.
It's
And
like Heath Ledger's Joker was only in the movie for
Yeah.
that same amount of time.
It's good filmmaking because I rewatched Silence of the Lambs thinking like, okay, he's only in it for 10 minutes, but it feels like he's in half the movie.
Well, like, and
yeah.
like, because his presence is felt throughout.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, it's
they,
also like
yeah.
the
and
face-
every scene he's in is so memorable.
Yeah, it stays with you for so long that it carries over.
That's
I
common
love
in
it. That movie
horror-
fucking rules.
That's common in
Yeah.
horror movies because like the face of House of a Thousand Corpses is Captain Spaulding, and he's literally only in the movie at the very beginning and the very end. He's barely in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Same with
I didn't know that.
the
I remember
tech-
I watched it. I thought he was in the whole movie.
No, he's only in that first scene where the two guys try to rob the store.
I heard the Jared Leto Joker has 3.5 hours of screen time.
That's
I
the
can't
Snyder
get
cut.
No, he's only. I've heard he's actually only in it for like 10 minutes.
Captain
But how funny
Spaulding-
would that
Not
be?
even that long, dude. But his presence is felt throughout the Snyder
Wait.
cut.
No,
I guess Joker he's in every single scene. There's no scene without Joker in the Joaquin Phoenix one.
I mean, technically.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty cool.
The movie's
well,
called
let's
Joker.
let's be real. Arthur Fleck was throughout the film, and Joker doesn't really make an appearance until he kills that fat guy. And at that point, it's the point of no return. Who cares, dude? Who cares? It was a cool movie.
I wanted one scene where they cut to De Niro and Mark Maron just having a meeting or something. Just like, you're not gonna book this fucking Joker guy, right? He's funny. It'll be a good show.
Well, I love the whole point of like De Niro really did just book him to make fun of him. He's like, look at this
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like that was like the whole point.
De Niro
dude.
whack packed him, and he got his ass got because of that. shit.
Tarantino just kind of ripped on Joker, but he said that scene's like amazing because he's like, you're rooting for Joker.
He's a cool cat.
He's a cool guy, man.
That's all.
But it's true. Tarantino made a good point where it's like, it's not usually when it's like an anti-hero, it's like, okay, so he's an evil psychopath, but he has to kill someone even worse than him. In that movie, you're rooting for a psychopath just to like kill a regular guy.
A nice, I mean, like not like a horrible, like maybe a guy who's like a little
like kind of an
detached.
asshole, yeah.
Right, like maybe like a little like a rich asshole, but he's not like a malicious guy.
Right,
you
right,
know?
right.
It wasn't-
No, he's
it
like
wasn't
David
a-
Letterman.
Yeah, it
that's
wasn't
what
like
he
a
said.
corrupt police officer.
Right.
Like that, which would have made more if like there was like if they had it so like like the police commissioner before Gordon was like a corrupt police commissioner.
Yeah.
And then Joker kills that guy on live TV, and then that starts.
It
all
wouldn't have
these
been as
crazy
good.
riots.
Yeah, it would have been
But
like,
then-
okay, he killed a villain.
Yeah, but it would have been like, oh, but like, look, the cause of that makes him evil.
Right.
And he can't stop that, even though when like a good commissioner like Gordon comes in, he can't stop being
Wait,
evil.
guys, I got pissed. I'll be right back.
All right,
All
dude.
right.
Dalton, you drank your whole tall boy. Keep it going, Rob.
Do we keep it going?
Yeah, we'll just keep it going,
Dalton-
dude. Anything?
Do you have those wired? Do you not have any wired headphones? I just do want to make sure it's
Yeah,
all right.
if you have any.
Gaming headset right here.
All right.
Yeah,
Does that
plug that
in?
shit in, dude.
Oh
'cause
yeah,
it can plug
oh,
right in.
Perfect.
Daltanian.
Oh, but it's a USB or
No. It plugs into the. It has a.
For the LED light.
thank you.
But it's got the-
How about LE
LED.
it?
Oh, that gamer headset. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What if the audio is bad
You
after all this
immediately,
time?
that would be even fun. Dude, we'll get it in post, man. You immediately like
Check. All right.
put it on the gamer.
It sounds all right.
You immediately start calling everyone gay.
Hello. Why did Dalton turn off his mic? That's funny.
His mic was off the whole time.
Check. No, it's on.
I know.
It's been on. All right. This is great. Why didn't I plug in this headphone?
We didn't know.
Yeah.
He didn't tell us. It was this.
So how have you been, Joe? What's going on?
Hanging in there, dude. Living
yeah?
my best life, man. I'm loving Brooklyn, man. It's such an easier vibe out here.
I agree.
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's like
It's fucking hard to get here, though. I guess
dude,
this is
yeah.
what I made Dalton do every week.
No, but like it's
but
like
now, like this. Well, it's because I have this fucking backpack full of equipment.
right.
Also, I'm just so not used to the cold or walking. I was just at home for fucking 2 months.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, you were in California, but that must have been nice out there.
It was actually really nice.
Did you see any comedy folks out there?
No, because I was with my dad. I didn't want to like.
Yeah.
It's funny. I went like here in New York. No one takes it seriously at all.
Right.
But
At this point, no. Yeah.
And then I went to like super lockdown, like back to like super lockdown.
Well, you're telling me like your dad was like, making sure like you were staying in and all of that stuff.
Well, I get
too.
it though too. I mean,
Yeah.
he's an older guy, and
Right.
he like has to interact with my grandma a lot. So
For our
it's like-
parents, yeah, it's like a bigger deal.
Yeah, because he has like friends who have died and stuff. So I get it. I wasn't gonna be like an asshole and be like, "Fuck you,
Dad.
I'm gonna go party with acquaintances from high school."
Your
or
dad
whatever.
fucking dies of COVID. You're like, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, Dad.
Sorry,
Am I-
Daddy. Daddy, I'm sorry.
He's dying. Am I in trouble?
Oh, no. Oh, can we not tell Mom?
If you tell Mom, I'll fucking kill you, Dad.
I hate you.
What are you guys talking about?
COVID. Robbie
Yeah.
lost his dad to COVID-19.
Good.
Hey,
Another Muslim taken care of.
He's actually the white parent. Thank you.
Oh no!
Whoa, that means
Shit!
Robbie's Muslim on his mom's side.
Yeah,
So
so I
that
don't
means
get the name, so I don't have any fucking cachet.
But don't you actually have the religion? Is that how it works? Because like,
Is
that's how
it the same as
works.
Judaism? Like if you pass through a Muslim's pussy, you're actually Muslim?
No, because Jewish people are all afraid of their mothers, whereas in Islamic culture, women are second-class citizens.
That's true.
So I guess like if a mother
Have you noticed that?
if a Muslim mother dies during childbirth, that kid is like a king.
Yeah,
For
you
doing the
killed a woman as your first
Your
act.
very existence has murdered a woman.
This man is our new god.
You have brought more peace upon our land.
Oh, damn, dude. I love the cultural awareness of this podcast, man.
I'm actually very aware, and I choose to be ignorant.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
I choose ignorance.
I know so much about Islam, but I love to approach everything. What are they doing over there?
What the hell is this?
This goofy,
You were like,
this goofy bit of business.
September 10th, 2001, you're all about the culture. And then, like, once those planes hit the tower, you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Halal? I don't
Yeah. I know.
That was a tough
Well, they were
time
like,
for
I
all
was
of
just
us.
thinking back to it. Like, my cousin was like, tell people you're Italian. I'm like, all right.
Hey, it's me, Robbie Goodwin.
His last name is Sharif, and he told people his last name was Sheriff.
Italians, the Muslims of the sea.
The Muslims of Europe.
Yeah.
I love
Well, we got to talk about Queen Gina.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
By the
what
way,
a-
countdown to, I guess Bill Burr is probably fine. He has a black wife.
No, he's super open about everything, too.
And
like,
and he is liberal deep down. Like, his politics are that of a liberal.
it's like when it comes down, he's like, what the fuck is your problem? There's
Well,
nothing going
I
to the path
guarantee
they
you,
wanna go
I
to.
guarantee you that if Gina hadn't gotten fired, like if she had been, if they could have just had like a fucking, like when Will Smith sat down with his wife and had that weepy video, and
Yeah.
if they could have done that with Gina and Pedro Pascal, she'd be like probably just as liberal as anybody. But this shit is how you radicalize people.
But-
Gina's gonna fucking become like an actual political figure and like prominent on the right because of this.
Yeah,
This-
she's a martyr now.
yeah, this doesn't. Dude, this makes me so upset because first off, I like her. I don't think she did anything wrong, and I think she's like
She
cool.
literally didn't do anything
She's
wrong.
cool as
Great
shit.
body.
Dude, all these people being like, she used the Holocaust. Like they said, like what she said that got her in a lot of trouble. She was like, they're treating conservatives like they treated Jews in the Holocaust. That's not anti-Semitic. That's saying the
Well,
Holocaust
and,
was
like,
bad.
her other-
It's at
yeah.
best saying that it's minimizing and making the Holocaust seem more frivolous. But I can't hear that
Let me
from
ask you
people who are
this.
like,
Well,
Trump is Hitler
one of-
every
let me-
fucking
hold on,
day.
hold on.
One
let
of
me-
the things she was also saying was that, like, during World War II, like, some of, like, the crimes against Jewish people were also committed by other Jewish people in an attempt to take the heat off of them.
She didn't say that.
No, she was saying, like...
She posted a
yeah,
meme
she posted
or
a meme
something
of
that
it.
said that.
Oh,
And
okay.
saying, like... But the basis was, like, oh, instead of tearing each other apart, we should be fighting the common enemy.
Right.
And then, but like that,
I didn't
that's how
see
it came across.
Well,
all.
it fucking pisses
everything
me
she
off.
posted seemed like stuff you see on every
It's just
conservative.
nobody
Dude,
that's left their hometown and like has like at least one Facebook Live video when they're in the driver's seat of their car talking about.
It's honestly
shit.
more tame than most conservative memes.
Definitely.
I don't think I don't think she was conservative, but now
I think she
God
is.
damn.
I think she pretty clearly is.
I mean, I don't know, dude.
I think a
I
lot
think
of
she
like
was
those,
fucking. I think she was a Trump.
I mean, like, and we
I think
gotta-
she is a Trump supporter, but
Yeah.
she wasn't like that. Like it was just like she was like it was like the lightest possible trolling. And I really think that the cancel culture brain and the Disney brain are the same fucking brain. It's just like she thinks a different thing than me. She can't be in the freaking show.
100
Please,
it's every-
Marvel
yeah.
Daddy, please cancel her. It's like, oh my god.
And what
dude.
pisses me off is because of the shit she posted, people are just like saying that she is promoting anti-Semitism and violence, and somehow she's a Nazi. And it's like, well, that's just blatant, misinformation. That's not true.
It's not. It's close to slander to be honest, and it really fired me up because like, I mean, I think Trump sucks. I think the movement is gay.
I don't agree, but go ahead.
Sorry, yeah, no, Trump's a man, but I think this. I mean, it is like it just shows that liberals do not give a fuck about free speech as a principle. And I'm not saying the First Amendment. I mean the principle of free speech.
No, they don't, 'cause
always fucking say it means the government can't do anything. No, that's the First Amendment. The principle of free speech is you should be allowed to say what you want without fear of retaliation. And none of them value that at all. And they won't fucking admit it. They're always like, freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of consequences. Yes, it does. That's what it fucking means.
Well, it's also
You can't say something you're free if you have a fucking consequence.
What's funny is like beyond that, it's like all these same people who are like capitalism is bad and these big corporations are ruining everything. When this happens, they're like, well, hey, Disney is well within their rights.
It is a private company.
Yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is it then? Do you like big corporations or not? Because you're standing up for one right now.
Yeah,
who
that-
just ruined this woman's life? A beautiful corn-fed
She's so
queen.
hot.
Oh, she's so hot.
Gina, come on the show, please.
I have been red-pilled because of this. I'm so fucking upset.
So that's the other thing is they always say, well, it's a family-friendly corporation, Disney. Disney owns half the fucking world right now. So you basically can't work in any of entertainment if you don't abide by family-friendly laws. That's a shitty situation. And they're always like, well, freedom of speech. They're always like, okay, well, they basically act like it's like, well, freedom of speech only exists only in the context of the government. It's like, no, it's a social principle, and you have to admit it. And look, you can have this opinion, that's fine, but none of them want to ever fucking admit, like, do you value this like culturally? Do you think that there should be freedom of speech and expression in the culture? And all of them, when it comes right down to it, it's no. It's clear the answer is no, but they don't want to admit it because that's an illiberal position, and they can't like fucking admit it. And by the way, it's the same fucking thing. It's like everyone hates it when their side gets censored, and the other side, they love it when, like, Colin Kaepernick, like, kind of it was this similar situation, and it's fucking flipped, and all of a sudden, like, everyone's on the other side is using the same fucking argument.
Dude, I got
no one has any goddamn principles.
No, I got into a big argument with a bunch of people back home because of this shit. Because like I'm in this Facebook group with all these Texas comics, and when that Seth Simons article came out, calling
Oh my god, that article really upset me.
Yeah.
I got like a bad night's. I was like really anxious.
Well,
all day
it just
when that
it
came
pissed
out.
me off because it's like it's not going to affect like Lewis's career, any of those guys, because they already don't really they're not in the mainstream, so whatever they've built their own thing. But like when I see like people who I feel like are smart and reasonable believing that, I'm like, this is fucking libel, guys. Like, I know Lewis, I know a lot of these people, I'm friends with them. This is like completely misleading and misrepresenting them. And but all my friends were like, hey, look, Seth may not know exactly what he's talking about, but he's exposed some problem. And it's like, no, he's exposed nothing. He's lying.
He's lying. It's
about
Tyler
my
Taylor.
friends.
Also, the whole crux of that article argument is like, these guys have in the past done shows with Nazis. And it's like, well, this is a dirty game you're playing because you have basically made it so people who do edgy jokes can't really have mainstream careers anymore. So, of course, the people who maybe aren't racist or whatever would do this kind of humor, like us or whatever. You have to build your own thing. Well, guess who's also exiled and building their own thing? The worst people in the world. But it's your fault that like regular people have been like exiled as fucking fringe.
It also
exposes... so this media fucking situation you've built, now you're trying to destroy the thing people are doing on their own thing because of the situation you created in the goddamn first place.
And it exposes how little Seth actually knows about comedy, that he's going after like these comics performing at the Stand and all of them. And it's like, okay, so you won't allow them to have mainstream success. You also won't allow them to just have local clubs. It's not like the Stand is paying their bills. They're just giving them a place to perform. The Stand's probably not paying them enough to.
That's what's crazy. It's like, who the fuck gives a shit about like what one of the 3 owners of the Stand is maybe posting on some troll message board. Like, truly, who gives a fuck? Are we going to dox and look into the online history of everyone who owns a bar in New York? Promise you it's not going to be what you like. And by the way, you shouldn't try and fuck with people's livelihoods if they're just fucking local bar owners.
Yeah, and that motherfucker...
That is anti-freedom of speech, too.
And Seth also, like, trashes Dave Kimowitz in that article and completely fails to mention that Dave was murdered last year. It's like, dude, what in the fuck is wrong with you?
Murdered by an alt-right comedian.
Yeah,
and that is... yeah, I can't believe Sam Hyde killed that.
Hyde stabbed Dave Kimowitz to death.
I think that's what I can't stand. It's like this dominant... You've won. You've chased all these people out of the mainstream, so you can't even let them have their own thing that they built. And it's like, the Stand is just a local fucking club.
Right.
Like,
well, that should expose also just like how Seth is just petty about comedy and doesn't even know like what comedy is.
I was wondering who
it's like,
gives a fuck
when you're
about
going
this.
after
This is not a notable person.
When you're going after local clubs like that, as if those clubs are paying anyone's bills, it's like, you don't even know what the fuck. The Stand is like a good place and they're providing a stage for people to perform, but it's not like going up at the Stand is going to turn your life around financially.
Yeah,
it's just a good place to be able to like perform for a good audience.
Yeah,
you never got in. You don't even know what goes on, dude.
And it's like, also, it's like, if you don't like, it's the easiest thing in the world not to go to a specific comedy club. There's so many clubs in New York City. It's not like they truly run shit here. It's one club. And it's a good club. I really don't give a fuck what one of the owners posted in their free time. Maybe he didn't even fucking prove it was him. So
he just speculated.
Yeah. So and even if it is him, it's like, all right, well, that guy sucks, but I don't give a fuck. Like, it's just a club. Who cares? Who cares? Seth, also, how fucking evil is it that you're a labor journalist and you're going after a small local business whose business model is especially hit by the pandemic and a year into this shit? How fucking evil is that? Trying to take food out of these people's mouths when they're struggling more than ever, and you're a labor journalist. Go fuck yourself, Seth.
Dude.
And he's a sex pest.
Mm-hmm. And he raped. Seth Simons
now is the time for me to take down this local performing business. The fucking asshole.
We want to say something, and we believe this wholeheartedly. Seth is a rapist, and you should dox his mother.
Woo!
I don't believe that. He sucks enough on his own. You don't have to make up all this other shit. But it is disheartening how many comics like
you should
yes.
you should
well,
send.
You know what?
You should send anthrax to Seth's mother.
How about anthrax Kumia?
Oh.
I am the law. I'm killing black people.
I have an idea. Let's send it back to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, also, the crux of that article was trying to paint the New York comedy community as extreme because they associated with Gavin in 2015. Like, nobody knew. I think Gavin got way more radicalized since 2015. Like,
absolutely.
Back when
he was like still kind of nutty in 2015.
Yeah.
But he was not like now. It's like way fucking.
Well,
worse.
It's just like an anti-feminist troll.
Well,
it wasn't like.
Also, by the way, Gavin shoved a dildo up his ass to prove that he has no hate in his heart. So what are we doing?
Also,
there's footage of Gavin with a fucking 7-inch cock up his ass.
Yeah. Can you imagine like joining the Loud Boys or
Proud
Boys?
Woo! We're back.
Oh my god!
I can't believe that's the first time that's happened.
Oh my god! Good night,
That's
nurse.
where it came from. But can you imagine joining like the Proud Boys, and then like seeing like foot of like this is the guy that invented the Proud Boys with like a massive dildo up his ass.
Well, that's the thing. If you ever watch that old Gavin Vickers show, it's kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of like crazy extreme shit in there. But if you just have at a cursory glance, he's just kind of like a dumb goofball.
Yeah.
I never really liked him.
Does
but
anybody want some Vienna sausages?
no, I'm okay.
What an odd thing to offer.
I just realized.
He's got, he's got his vape. He's got tall boys.
Sorry,
he's
last
got
thing.
Vienna.
Seth also completely neglected to mention like the whole thing's about how like it's basically trying to say like the New York club, like the Opie and Anthony community. Gavin got into comedy through alt comedy. Like he was friends with David Cross and Patton Oswalt first. I wonder why fucking Seth doesn't mention that shit.
Because
he's a weasel. Dude.
Because
Gavin-
Patton Oswalt killed his wife,
Gavin-
and Seth Simon is afraid of getting murdered.
Mindy Kaling wrote a blurb for Gavin's book.
Really?
Yeah, and she like tweeted out like Gavin wins 2011. He's
I
the
thought
funniest guy ever.
I thought the blurb said dirt, 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 dirt.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Would
to.
you like my cookie?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Gavin, I will say,
Garvin is a very funny comedian.
I will say
who
kudos
I-
to Seth for publishing Gavin's funniest quote, which is he got married to a Hispanic woman to clean up the races. Like, what an insane fucking thing to say. Gavin fucking sucks, dude. I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, he's a nutter for sure.
He look. I hate Gavin. I remember he used to go on Race Wars on. I used to be like, I want to beat the shit out of this guy. I fucking hate him just because I thought he'd suck.
All right,
But
yeah.
But
You're right.
but that's not an excuse. Just because there's one toxic guy. Just because there's one toxic guy 6 years ago.
We're getting too heated. We're getting like.
yeah, you guys gotta calm down.
You've got to calm down, dude. We're
Yeah,
getting so
let's
heated.
Let's all fucking relax a little bit, man.
Sorry, Gina and Seth Simons back to back. Just make
Joe,
that,
can you,
that's a
can
recipe.
you hand me that fitted right there? I'm gonna switch caps, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna wear
All
my
right. Sorry. My fault. My
We're
fault.
just the back.
My fault.
We're in New York, baby.
Yeah.
Hey!
I've gotten comments that people hate when I get political, and by hate I mean one guy said that. Nice guy otherwise, but you know what? That's me. That's how I am. I get fired up and I love to rant. I'm like Adam Carolla.
I do want to share a good riff that all of us came up with on the drive back from Atlantic City
right,
last night.
here we go.
Hit me.
I'm proud of this.
You're a proud boy?
I'm a proud boy. Yeah. So, Hannah Gads.
Dalton looks like a guy who just moved here right now.
Oh, hey, go yank Derek Jeter!
Yeah.
Hey, Rod!
You look like you talk too long to the bodega guy, like trying to like get his culture, you know? Like one
Yeah.
of those kind of guys.
No, we were laughing last night because Hannah Gadsby claims that she's autistic,
Right.
and yet the only thing she talks about is rape. So, as an autistic woman, do you think that rape is her trains?
Dalton. Yes. She just knows everything about it.
What about autistic Joe Rogan? He's like, train all day, train by night as well.
Train by day.
Train by day,
day,
train
train
tracks
by
by night, all day.
Oh, yeah, that's a very big train. Big train. Very big train. Big train.
What's that?
Joe Rogan is raining.
Oh, yeah.
Just like him, his like ruminations on like, pull up this video. Have you seen this footage of this train?
Oh,
Look at
wow.
this shit.
That's-
Look at the size of that locomotive. Look at that, just running into the station like whoosh. Just like, oh man.
Choo.
Can you imagine being a conductor on that? Just one of those big whistles. Like,
Wow, that's interesting. Have you ever watched Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yeah, but it's funny to imagine Hannah Gadsby being like, "Oh, this is a very good rape. This is a big rape. This is one of my favorites." Yep.
damn, dude.
No, not doing anything for you.
Is she
It
gonna
sounds like it was funny in the car.
Yeah, you had to be there. By the way, I thought it would carry over. Turns out you just had to be there.
Yeah,
you just had to be
that
there
happens
for
to me
the.
all the time.
You had to
man.
be there for this.
I'll
riff.
bet it was funny in the moment, you know.
Who do you think's gonna have the first new comedy special like in like post pandemic, like in front of an audience?
Dave Chappelle.
Louis.
Dave Chappelle just released one thanking the audience for bullying Netflix and paying
That
him.
what a dumb controversy that was. I love people being like, Dave got his money, the GOAT. Like, oh, this millionaire with a ton of fucking power
Right.
got money.
Well, it's funny that anyone got.
And I
mad.
love Dave Chappelle, but it's like this is like the weirdest one.
It's funny that people got-
he's like
like who
fucking-
cares about
yeah.
contract
He's
negotiations?
super fucking rich. He hangs out with like Elon Musk, like the second richest man in the world.
Yeah, dude. I mean, like, good for Dave for getting his money, but like, I'm not gonna like publicly celebrate that this guy like kept
Has even more
Chappelle
money.
played hardball in a negotiation. Like,
Well,
okay.
it is funny that people like Luisa Diaz were, like said something about how
What about Luigi Diaz?
It's a me, a bitch. It's a me, a dumb bitch.
Friend of the show, Louisa Diaz.
No, she's not a friend of the show. I hate her.
She's my friend.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Right,
Looks
Joe.
like we got a little loud boy controversy.
Yeah.
Let's bring on a special segment, friend or foe. Dalton's gonna say why she's a dumb bitch.
what about-
Robbie is gonna say why she is a friend of the show. Dalton, a go.
She fucking sucks, and I you know.
Wait,
I hate
Hell
her.
yeah, dude. Robbie, why is she fucking cool?
What about Faux Rogan? And he's like, yeah, man, I love noodles and soup.
Hell yeah, dude. Dalton wins, dude. Enemy of the show.
But
Wow, that was a great TED Talk.
You're on watch.
but she said something about how Chappelle, like that.
You know what? That was such a dumb, stupid thing, but at the same time, I was like, damn, I wish I'd won that.
I wish that Rogan bit wasn't so hot that it needed to come to the forefront of
You
my
know what? I
voice.
took a big swing, and sometimes it doesn't pay off, and I knew that going in, but after the result, you're still like, I don't know, man.
Robbie,
Shoot for the moon,
Robbie,
you'll still
I
land amongst
enjoyed
the
it.
stars.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I like Faux Rogan. Vietnamese Joe Rogan, Faux Rogan.
We lost the war, but the soup is still really good.
Joe, what do you think about Louisa?
Dude, I have no idea who. I don't know who anyone is whenever you guys talk about anybody.
Oh, nice.
Unless it's a cartoon character from a '90s TV show.
What is the show?
I don't know.
What's the show she booked?
Stick or treat?
No, the other one, the monthly.
Too Many Cooks?
Too Many Cooks.
Ooh.
Like, it was just like, oh, you just took the name from the fucking Adult Swim thing? Cool, you dumb bitch.
I thought
hate
that
her.
was like the writers of that.
That was a phrase before that thing.
I
though.
know, but
I mean, yeah,
I
like
Also,
those
WandaVision took the premise.
Anyway, but so Louisa tweeted something about how like what Chappelle did in that little 10-minute thing he posted was like just pandering to snowflakes and saying what people want to hear or whatever.
What?
Yeah, and it's and they're saying like
I like how
he's positioned-
Chappelle is like the one that they really hate and go after. And it's like most people fucking love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, and they're saying that he's being shitty because he's going up in front of a room full of people saying, like, talking about his finance or whatever, putting their lives at risk to COVID. And it's like everyone in that audience, like, wanted to see him. They paid to be there willingly. It's not like, they weren't tricked or anything. The tickets were fucking expensive. I don't know.
That's
dude.
what's crazy is it's like, yeah, these people are going to go to these shows anyway, so I don't know.
It's like
I mean, I do think I'm kind of conflicted. I think indoor show. I don't know if you're a big comic, I don't know. You probably shouldn't do indoor shows, but
Do you need to do an indoor show
exactly.
if you're a big comic?
I'll say I'm more sympathetic to comics who are just like road dogs with no other
Right.
income. But if you're like, yeah, even if you have like a Patreon, I don't know. I personally don't think you should do indoor shows.
I feel like a lot of like the comics that have like a big enough name for themselves could just do like live stream stuff from their house.
Yeah.
and like you have to stay. Yeah, it's not going to be the exact same, but you have to keep like sharp
Yeah.
enough. Like you really need to have like you really need to be on the road doing a gig right now.
No,
Or
you
just
don't.
like do you have enough stuff
No,
from
I
all
think
of your
it's-
years of headlining? that
I
you
think it's
can't just
it's
chill?
actually disappointing how many comics are doing it. It is like a little selfish, but like I mean, I don't know, whatever.
Well, the
there's
thing
also,
about
like,
the
how about when
Chappelle-
those shit
I wouldn't
comics
care
are
if
out?
COVID. I mean, it does spread to people, and like
It's
thing-
gonna happen regardless, but it's like also it's like fuck. Look at all these shitty comics that are out doing live shows, and now people are gonna think like that's what like live comedy.
it gives
is
a
right
bad
now.
name to comics.
Oh,
to
absolutely! Like so you
stand-ups.
see some of these like garbage fucking like and like it's so many comics like we're doing like fuck these Showtime dancers.
Dude, the fact
on
that
the
anyone
subway.
potentially died because they saw Callan and Schaub is disgusting.
That's hilarious, but also deserved. It's
no,
like
because they're not going to die. The people at the show, they probably just spread it to their fucking grandma.
Oh
they
my
live
God,
with
you
or
just
something.
remind
well,
me.
honestly, like if my grandson thought that was good comedy, I want to fucking die.
dude.
If my grandson was like, wow, A+ comedy is a retired UFC fighter and a 45-year-old rapist, I want to fucking die, doggy. I want to fucking die, dude.
You just remind me of something though. Recently on Twitter,
Speak from your heart.
No, recently on Twitter, Lewis posted like, "Who's someone who hasn't been on Legion of Skanks that you would want to see on the show?" And
Someone tagged us, thank you.
yeah, thank you. But one of the comments was like, Bobby Lee, Brendan Shaw, Brian Callen, and Dalton Pruitt. And I was like, I'm in good company, folks.
That is good company.
That is good company.
Bobby
somewhat.
Lee is funny.
Bobby
Lee's very
but
funny.
Brian
a
Callen.
guy's like, my favorite comics are Brendan Schaub or Dalton Pruitt.
Dude, it was so
Maybe
funny.
he did it as a bit because they always shit on him.
Yeah, maybe, but I thought it was funny. But I was
Maybe
like,
they expected you to make all of those guys cry too.
Here's the thing: New York comedy doesn't have an alt-right problem. We have a Brian Callen problem.
yeah, I mean, the thing with the Chappelle thing that he just released is like, do I think it was brilliant comedy? No, it was just bragging, and also it is
A lot of that.
It also
Chappelle
is,
does a lot of stroking his own
it's also
dick.
completely unrelatable to be like, and Netflix paid me millions of dollars, dude.
The best was when he won an Emmy and he was like, I won. And fuck you.
But you know what?
That's right. I want everyone.
It's like,
that criticized
I could
this.
not give a fuck if he won an award or not. I love Dave Chappelle, but
I mean, like,
he
he
buys into his own shit a lot.
I will
He
say
got
this.
the greatest award any comedian could ever want to get, which is the Mark Twain Award, which is
Yeah.
like something that like basically like the dude who invented American stand-up comedy.
You know who should have
arguably.
talked
By
about this
saying
with?
the N-word.
You know who-
Exactly, showing how funny
Yeah.
it is to say the N-word in front of a large group of people.
Yeah, dude.
As a white guy. Since Mark Twain is the grandfather of stand-up comedy.
You're the grandfather
And-
of the N-word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He basically invented the white guy saying the N-word.
But I will say this about Chappelle: he just has that like X factor, that magnetism. That just watching him brag about getting paid, I still was like, "Damn, this rocks."
Well,
I
it's like
enjoy
'cause
it.
he's
I
been
like
doing
watching
comedy
this.
for 2/3 of his life.
And
so
he
yeah.
does like 8-hour shows, so he like knows how to like just talk and ramble
Right.
and make it compelling on some level.
to keep people engaged
Right.
and
It
not
just,
enraged.
it is crazy to me to see guys like Jake Flores say that Dave Chappelle is bad at comedy.
No, I
It's
mean
like,
that
are you
is ridiculous.
out of your fucking mind,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
you
Go
know-
eat your jizz off of a cookie and leave the comedy to
I
the
do
people
sometimes want to ask
who hate
like,
trans.
who do people like that like? Like, who are their favorite comics?
They don't like anybody, dude. I tried to listen because I try to keep an open mind, and I saw
open
that,
mic.
Open mic.
I try to keep an open mic.
I saw that Jake,
Open Mike Eagle?
Jake
Yeah.
and Louisa do this podcast, and I saw that they had the Eve 6 guy on, and the Eve 6 guy has
Dalton, hold the
recent-
mic a little closer to your face.
the Eve 6 guy who has recently revealed himself to be a little bitch, but his Twitter has been funny, and I was interested in listening to it to see what they had to say. And I listened to like 10, 15 minutes of it, and it just sounds like Jake and Louisa just don't like comedy or anyone that does it. And it's like, you guys aren't actually speaking truth to power like you think you are. You're petty little bitches who are upset that nothing good ever happened to you because you burned every single bridge in your life by being shitty.
That's the thing is, I love comedy. So I'm like a total comedy nerd, and I love to give it up for people who I think are really fun. Like you see a guy like Andrew Casertano go out there. I love watching that guy. He's so funny. Yeah, he does that. Dalton doesn't like him.
No.
Oh, Dalton
Robbie.
mocked my friend.
Robbie, shut up. No, I like Andrew. I was just.
But I think there's guys like that who don't like anything, and they hate when anybody succeeds.
And no matter what,
Yeah.
no matter what.
Well, I mean, imagine being almost 40 and living in a fucking $200 loft in Bushwick delivering
definitely
pizzas.
won't be me.
Well, I will say this, like,
Turning 30 in 2 months.
to
guys.
be almost 30 and to have not just a few roommates, but several roommates, like 5 other people are living in your apartment. Joe, does 5 other people live in your apartment?
no, I have 3 other people.
Okay,
live in
good.
and it's a 2-story apartment.
I have one
It's a
apartment. I have one
townhouse.
roommate.
Yeah, so to be almost 40 and to have like a bunch of people living with you and you're delivering pizzas to pay your bills and you think that you're like somehow fighting the good fight, like it's just delusional. It's like,
Right.
dude, no, you failed, man. You fucking like plummeted because you suck.
You blew it.
Yeah.
Well, I also failed, so I can't really.
No, you didn't, dude. You're part of the Loud Boys, brother.
Yeah,
we're
dude.
succeeding, dude. We are just like Bitcoin to the fucking moon. Dude.
Yeah.
We're-
well, Jake's
we're-
Patreon is pretty good, actually.
Yeah, well, Jake can suck my fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
he eats all kinds of pastries covered in his jizz behind
Yeah.
the Patreon.
Anyway, we worked some stuff out. Here,
Enemy
guys.
of the show.
Yeah.
I used to like him, dude. I
Me
would
too.
See,
I did a show with him. He was a great. He was
I would-
fun.
He was my
I would
best
s-
friend, dude.
I would see him back in Texas, and then when I came out here, I would go to those shows that he ran at,
All the time.
at Cortez with Ian and Claire.
I
And
did that show.
Yeah, and I used
Yeah.
to think Jake was like a funny dude on stage, but I don't know what's wrong with him, but it's like, dude, are you ever going to take any inventory of your life and like actually look inside yourself and say, oh, none of the people who were my friends are friends with me anymore. I have no success. I have like nothing going on, but he's like so convinced he's right about everything. It's like, dude, you're going to die penniless with no friends. At what point do you realize maybe I fucked up?
That hits close to home to me though, because I'm like, fuck. I look inward all the time. I'm like, God, I don't have that much.
Oh, hard R?
Yeah, I look inward all the time.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, no,
That's a Harris
that's a
Whittles.
Harris Whittles joke. Yeah, sorry.
Shout out to Harris Whittles.
R.I.P.
By the way,
Ooh.
Harris Whittles was great. That show became bad after he died. They used to say the
which
N-word
show?
on Comedy Bang Bang.
Oh yeah.
They used to say the N-word on it.
It used to be like
Nick
more,
Kroll and James Adomian both said the N-word.
It used to be like a long form improv podcast.
Yeah.
Because like people would come on as character, and now it's just like, oh, and we got this person from a very famous Hollywood movie. It's not
exactly.
really riffing.
It's still.
a
It's
whole
not.
lot.
It's like silly in a bad way now.
I will say that thing they just did that somebody tried to start beef with.
Oh, with John Gabris.
Yeah,
well,
where he
he's
was-
a really funny.
Where he was like, we had Opie and Anthony come on to rate the shapes of different minority skulls.
Yeah. Well, that guy John Gabris is actually very, very funny.
He's fun. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Long Island's own John Gabris.
Yeah.
Shout out.
He actually should be here, but I guess he's just like an improv guy. So he's like the alt LA scene's like problematic New York guy.
Yeah,
But
but I
he's-
like him, and his podcast is like, let's plug High and Mighty with John Gabris. That's actually a pretty cool.
He's a
show.
funny guy.
Friend of the pod.
All right. We're just talking. We talked about comedy a little too much this episode, but you know what? We're back. We're just having.
What do you
fun.
wanna talk
Having a
about,
good time,
dude?
man. We're just.
I don't know. We're at an hour. Should we just wrap it
No,
up?
dude.
Well, let it come to a natural conclusion, man. We're having a good time. We haven't seen each other in a
I feel
while.
like we're trying to. We're getting back into the groove of being in person. We're a little too excited.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little too fired up about dumb shit. Like
y'all got fired up. I'm chilling, man.
But I genuinely was fired up about
And
that.
and as always, I will say nothing until they come for me. In which case, I'll be like, great.
I think the reason, Joe is more chill than Robbie and I. I think it just comes with age because Joe is almost 40.
I'm almost 40. I'm high all the time.
yeah,
yeah.
I think it's more of a. It comes with marijuana.
Yeah, because it's like last night I was hanging out with people all in their 30s,
Yeah,
and they are
it's tight.
so much
Chill.
more chill than the psycho fucking open micers that I see in Brooklyn.
Because like a lot of
all with
those guys are like
BPD.
in their 20s. Like a lot of those people in their 20s are experiencing true freedom for the first time, where like they finally have a job that gives them enough disposable income that they can kind of get a little bit more fucked up. You know, they don't have to worry about like college grades and shit. Like they're experiencing like true freedom. And then,
Are
like,
you
after-
saying that open micers in Brooklyn have disposable income?
they have a little bit more compared to like people that immediately just got
People
into a
in
job
college.
or
Yeah, I
like
guess
or
so.
people that are like paying off like a house mortgage.
Also, they
and
do
shit.
have. They pretend they don't, but a lot
They
of
don't.
them.
They pretend they don't. They pretend to be like
They
dude,
cosplay as
every-
broke people.
Exactly.
Bill
dude.
cosplay.
All these fucking comics in Brooklyn just cosplay as people that don't have parents supporting them, that they don't have like a massive fucking trust fund savings and all
But
of that.
even then, a
shit.
lot of them have like regular day jobs.
They have
I'm,
like good ass.
I tell you what, man, I'm sick
Although
of
I
this.
guess the super Brooklyn people all like work at like Zara or whatever, but a lot of comics just like work at like in marketing or something.
They have like day jobs where they just enter shit on
I tell
spreadsheets.
you what
Yeah,
I'm sick of
exactly.
is this constant like everybody like loves being a victim now, and they act like their trauma is so important. And it's like, bitch,
Yeah, and
life
get
is
enabled.
hard. We all have trauma. You don't think like my life has been humiliating?
Johnny
and-
Trauma.
Yeah, we got, listen to the podcast. We've known.
Dalton gets owned every month.
I'm doing surprisingly well considering how fucking miserable my life has been. I'm happy to be here. I'm living. I'm with my boys. What, you guys don't believe me? You guys don't believe me? You go through what I've been through. Tell me you don't.
prove to us that you're happy and kill
Tell
yourself.
me you don't come out the other side of an overdose not feeling
No,
grateful.
it was just funny the way your accent flared up. I'm happy to be.
Look, folks, I ain't here for a long time. I'm here for a good time. I tell you what.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm happier than
happy.
a pig in shit.
I'm happy to be here, man. Let's get fucked up.
Tarnation.
I'm the rudest son of a bitch you ever met.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm all plumb happy to be here.
I'm
man.
either rooting or I'm tooting.
I'm as happy as a clam. I tell you what.
I'm having a great time, man.
We're back.
We're
back,
back. All right,
dude.
should we end it there? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
All right.
All right.
Right.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Governor Cuomo, for taking care of us. We love you.
Love
Well,
you.
thank you, Loud Boys, for coming in and doing your show.
Oh, wait, I do want to say before we go, everybody, please wear 2 masks. Good night.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
White power.
White power. The Nazi, 6 million. It sounds like a lot.
Yeah, okay.